Welcome to this new video tutorial of customer credit system for the Magento 2 platform. And in today's video tutorial, we'll be showing you the workflow of this particular customer credit system at the customer's end. So we'll be showing how the customers would be able to make use of the credit that has been assigned to them by the store admin, how they can purchase the products as well using the same credit system, and how the customers would be able to repay the admin for the credit that the admin has added under their store credits. Apart from that, we'll also be showing you how the admin would be able to assign the customers with the credit individually and in bulk as well. And apart from that, we'll also be showing you the initial configuration that is required for displaying the what we see as the customer credit systems payment system for the customers to use at the time of checkout while they are purchasing the products using the credit system itself, and the default configurations that are also required for the system. So before we proceed further, let me give you a small gist about this extension for the Magento 2 platform, that's the customer credit system. So basically this plugin allows the Magento 2 store owners to assign credit points to the customers and customer groups, and then these assigned credit points can then be used by the customers for the purchase of products within the store itself. From the backend, the admin of the Magento 2 web store would be able to verify the complete transaction details regarding the credit point system, thereby allowing the admin to have a better credit monitoring within his web store. Apart from that, the customers would be able to make use of the credit points for purchasing and can make use of the online and offline methods for paying the credits back to the admin as well. So let's get ahead and let's see how this particular customer credit system for Magento 2 works at the web store front end for the customers. So now I'll take you to the web store front end first. So first of all, what we'll be doing is we'll be checking where exactly the web store customers would be able to check their credit that the admin has assigned to them. So for that, what I'll be doing is I'll be logging into my customer account first by entering my email and my password and tapping on the login button. So basically we'll be first checking the credit info within our account panel. So after I've logged into my account, on the left hand side panel I just need to navigate to the credit information sub menu option, as you can see here. So I'll just tap on the credit information on the left hand side panel here, and this brings up the my credit information section for the customers to check. And here the customers would be able to check their credits under the your credit section. So basically here you can see the credit balance basically that the admin has assigned to this particular customer. On the right hand side we have the amount to pay. So basically this is the amount that has already been used by the customer for purchasing the products within the store. So after purchasing the products in the store, this is the amount that needs to be paid back to the admin. So this is the actual credit balance that has been assigned to the customer by the admin itself. So under the my credit information, apart from checking the credit that has been assigned to the customer can also see the amount that is to be paid back to the admin, or this is the amount that has been utilized by the customer within the store itself. Apart from that, the customer can check his last transactions as well. So here you can see that we have a transaction type as debit and credit. So here we can see that we have paid the credit the amount of $3, and the transaction status is approved right now with the transaction date. So basically the customers can basically pay out back to the admin the amount that is to be paid to the admin. So for example, we have amount to pay is $35 here. So under the section that is the pay credits, the customers would be able to pay back the admin the amount that is needed to be paid. So for example, the amount to pay for right now is $35. Now let me go ahead and let me pay $30 to the admin. So initially after I made this payment, this transaction would be visible under the last transactions here, and the status would be as pending. And when this particular order invoice is generated from the admin backend, at that time the transaction status would be changed to approved. So let's get ahead and let's see how the customers would be able to pay out the amount that is needed to be paid back to the admin from the credit balance. So for that, I'll just enter the amount here. After checking the amount to pay, we can make it as whole also, but for just for demonstration purposes, I'll just enter the credit to be as $30 to be paid out to the admin back. So I'll tap on the pay credit button thereafter. So after tapping the pay credit button, as you can see, the credit amount has been added into the cart. And one thing to note here is that while you are making the pay credit, or you are paying back the amount to the admin, at that time you cannot add any other product from the store along with it. So you'll have to just check out with the credit amount product itself. So here you can see that for the $30 that we need to pay to the admin, right now the credit amount is $30 and the quantity is 1. So I'll just tap on the proceed to checkout button so as to go further and make a payment for that. So now we'll be going to the checkout page. So now we are on the payment method page, as you can see, because we are going to make that payment to the admin only, so there is no shipping anything that needs to be selected. So directly we are on the payment method page. So from here the customer can make use of the online or the offline payment method so as to add that particular credit back to the admin. So if you use the payment method as an online one, then at the very moment the status of the transaction would be set to approved. Otherwise, if you are making an offline payment like bank transfer or a check or money order, then the admin needs to generate the invoice initially so as to make that particular transaction as approved. So I'll just tap on the place order button now. Alright, the order has been placed, as you can see here, and we have the order number as well. Let's check the details of this particular order that we have just placed for the $30. So here you can see that because we had chosen the offline method, so there's no invoice here. So there's no invoice tab here where we can check our auto generated invoice. So here is the credit amount, and the SKU is Webcool credit amount, and it's for $30, and the payment method is check and money order. Now let me go back to the credit information section under the customers account panel, and here you can see that we had paid 30, so now the amount to pay should have been $5. So what we'll do is I'll just take you to the last transaction section. Now here you can see that we have credited the amount pay credit for $30, and the transaction status is pending along with the date and the time. Now let me do one thing. Let me generate the invoice for the particular order from the admin backend panel, and thereafter you'll be able to see that the transaction status will change from pending to approved, and the amount to pay would change from $35 to $5. And after that, I'll just show you how the customer would be able to make a checkout using the credit balance, and how he can pay for the product price so as to place an order for a product as well. So here I'm at the backend panel, so I'll just tap on the sign in button. So the configuration for the admin will be showing in the last of this particular video, wherein we'll be showing how the admin will be able to manage the credit system itself from the backend panel, how he can enable the what we say as the credit system and the payment method for making the credit payments as well, and how he can assign the customers in bulk and individually the credit amount from the backend panel itself. So I'm at the dashboard now. I'll go to sales and then orders. So here I'm at the orders section, as you can see. So we'll just navigate to that particular order that we have just placed for $30. So here's the order number 96, as you can see, and the status is pending for $30, and the customer name is John Doe. And I'll just tap on the view link under the actions column. So I'll just tap here on the invoice link at the top to generate a link for to generate an invoice for this particular order, and this brings up the new invoice section. And on the new invoice section, I'll just scroll down to the end of the page and I'll tap on the submit invoice button. Now you can see that the invoice has been created for this particular order, and I can tap here on the invoices as well, and here you can see that the invoice has been generated and the status for this particular order is paid right now. Now let me come back to the customer account here and let me refresh this page. Now the amount to pay should be $5. Alright, now you can see that the amount to pay is $5, so only $5 are left to be paid back to the admin. And here you can see for the credit amount, it shows the transaction status as approved now. So that's how the customer can pay out back to the admin for the credit that the admin has added to a particular customer's account. And here you can see the credit balance, the left balance that is available to the for the customer. Now let me go ahead and let me place an order from the web store. Let's go to jacket section, and here I'll be selecting one product, and I'll add that to the cart, and I'll make a checkout thereafter. And on the checkout page, so under the jackets, I'll just add one product to my cart, small and blue size, and I'll tap on the add item to your cart button. Now this would add this particular product with its variation, that is the with the along with the color and the size, to the cart. And now I can tap here in the cart, and I'll tap on the proceed to checkout button. Now basically what happens is that I'll be able to make use of the credit points that the admin has assigned to me, and using those points I can make the purchase. So now I'm on the shipping address selection page. So I'll just select my shipping method for this particular product. I'll tap the next button. Now we are on the review and payment section. On the right hand side you can check the details of the product. So it's a configurable product, and on the left hand side here you can now see the Webcool credit system as the mode of payment for the customer. So basically it depends upon what the admin has set from the admin backend panel, whether he has set the offline and the online methods available, or whether only the offline. So from here I can choose the Webcool credit system, and now you'll be able to see the total order amount is $45. Here you can see $45 on the right hand side as well, and the available credit is $145, as we were able to just see there under the customer account, and the remaining credits are $100. So what I'll do is I'll just tap on the place order button, and that would place the order using the Webcool credit system, and the total order amount would be deducted from my available credit limit. The order has been placed with the order number 97. Now let me check the details of this particular product. So you can see that right now automatically the invoice has been generated, because we have made the payment for this particular product using the Webcool credit system itself. So you can see the payment method for the same, and we can check the invoice by tapping the invoice tab here, and that would display the complete invoice for this particular order that we have just placed. Alright, and from here the customer can print the invoice for this particular order as well. So that was the customer's workflow at the store front end. Now let's go to the admin backend panel, and let's see what are the initial configuration settings for the customer credit system for Magento 2 platform by Webcool. So for that I'll just take you to the admin backend panel now. So here I'm at the admin backend panel, and to initially configure the module after you have successfully installed it, you need to navigate through stores and then configuration. And on the configuration page we need to go to the Webcool block, and at the Webcool block we'll have to navigate to the customer credit system. Let me tap here, and here we have the customer credit system. So basically this is just a demonstration, and right now we have some other modules installed as well. So after you've purchased and installed this particular plugin within your web store, you will be having this customer credit system menu option to manage the same. So I'll just tap on that, and this is basically the module configuration settings that bring up the settings for this particular plugin. And the rest of the things like assigning the credits, for that we have provided a menu option within the admin side and panel. So I'll take you there in a moment from now. So here we are with the customer credit system initial configuration. So under the customer group credit, here we have the option that says assign credit to the customer group. So from here the admin can choose the customer group to which the admin wants to assign the particular OTC as the credit. So for now we have chosen it as general. We can also choose it at wholesale, retailer, or any other group that the admin has created. And according to the selection made under the customer group, the admin can basically assign the credit. So we have entered $100 there. To add more customer groups, we can tap here on the add button, and that brings up the section to add choose a customer group and to assign the credit basically. So that was about how to assign the credit to the customer groups in whole. Thereafter, we have the option pay credit by admin. So here the admin can select the payment method that would be chosen to pay the credit to the customers from the admin. So we can choose it as cash on delivery or whichever method is there. So for now we have set it as check or money order. Now this was the initial configuration, and thereafter we just need to tap here on the save configuration button to save this particular initial configurations. So the configuration has been saved, as you can see, and one more thing is here the option for the pay credit by admin. So here the admin will basically choose the offline payment method to pay the customer credit from the admin panel on behalf of the customers itself. So you can choose a offline method here, and now we'll see how we can configure the Webcool credit system. That's the payment method that can be used by the customers to make the payment at the checkout time for placing the orders within the store using their credit point. So for that, what we'll do is we'll again come back to stores, then configuration page, and on the configuration page we'll navigate to the section that's the sales, and under sales we'll go to the payment methods, and under payment methods we'll be able to see the Webcool credit system. So here we are on the payment method page, and here you can see that we have the Webcool credit system. Let me tap that up, and this brings up the configuration settings for the payment method that would be visible to the customers at the time of checkout. So the very first option is to enable this payment method. Choose a yes to enable, otherwise choose a no to disable this particular functionality, and this particular payment method would not be then visible to the customers at the time of checkout. After that, we have the payment method title. So this will be the payment method title that would be visible to the customers while they are selecting the mode of payment on the payment page at the time of checkout. So you can set it as according to your own requirement. Then we have payment from applicable countries. So here you can choose from all allowed countries or specific countries. So basically, if you want the people from all of the allowed countries to make use of this particular Webcool credit system payment method for making the payment for the credit back to the admin, you can choose it as allowed, all allowed, otherwise choose specific countries, and multi-select the countries for which you just want to enable it. So here you can see I've enabled it for only three countries, that is Alan Islands and Albania and Algeria. Otherwise I can choose it for all allowed countries. That way all of the people from all over the globe can make use of this particular payment method. Then we have allow payment methods on checkout when credit product is in cart. So if this particular field is set to no, then it restricts the customers to add the credit amount product into the cart. Otherwise, if it is set as yes, then what happens is that the admin can set the credit system as payment methods on the checkout when the credit product is in the cart. So at that time, the customer can make a checkout using the payment method. Then we have the select payment method on checkout. So under that option, we can choose allow all or allow specific. And if we choose allow specific, then the admin can basically allow those payment methods to add amount in the credit that are visible here. So to add the payment back to the admin, or the credit amount back to the admin, here the admin can choose specific payment methods as well that will be visible to the customers at the time of checkout. Otherwise he can tap here on the allow all methods that are there within the default Magento 2 itself. And lastly, the admin can set the sort order for this particular payment method. So I've set it as 0, so it would appear on the top of all of the payment methods that are available within the that are available at the checkout time to the customers. So this was how we can configure the payment method for the Webcool credit system to pay back the credits to the admin itself using the different payment methods that are the online and offline methods. So after you're successfully installed and configured, you can also see the side panel, and here you can see the option that is credit management, and it has two different options: credit details and upload credit using CSV. Under the credit details, the admin can check the details of the credit given to the various customers of the web store, and under the upload credit using CSV, the admin can mass upload the credit balance to multiple number of customers within the store itself. So let's open the credit details and upload credit using CSV options, the menu options, and let's see what different options are there for them. So here we are on the credit details section under the credit management, credit details, and here the admin can make use of the filters using the customer name or the IDs to filter out the customers. Right now I only added one customer, that's the John Doe. So here the admin can check the details like the customer name, total amount that has been assigned, remaining amount, used amount, and under the actions column the admin can perform two different functionalities. One is to check the details and the other one is to pay the credit to the particular customer's account. So if I open the details and the pay credit, let's see what different options are there. So tapping the details one brings up the customer's details, as you can see here, and here the admin can check for the respective customers transaction details as well. So the transaction stats are approved and the transaction types are visible, and how many credits and how many pay credits and use credits have been done by this particular customer. So that was under the details section basically. And for the pay credit to John, for the customer, here the admin can pay the credit to the respective customer, and you can see the credit limit for this is $150 and a credit use is $50, and thereafter I can tap the save button and $50 more would be added to this particular customer's account for the what we say as the credits for making use of them to purchase the products. So let me tap the save button. Alright, the credit has been added to John Doe. So you can see now the total amount is $150 there. Now that was about the credit details and how to assign the credit to the respective seller and to check the respective seller's transaction details as well. Now let's go to the upload credit using CSV file. So under the assign credit via bulk import, here what you can do is you can download the sample CSV or the XLS file. You can basically upload that file from here using the customer name and the credit points there, and you can tap here on the upload button so as to import the credit points for the respective customers of your web store in bulk. So these were the two different options under the credit details and the upload credit using CSV file. The admin can also go to the customers section and can assign the credit limit to the customers from that as well. So for that, let me take you to the backend panel once again, and from here let's go to customers, and let's open the customers, all customers, and we'll be basically checking the John Doe customer there. So here I'm at the customers page right now, and I'll just scroll right a bit. So right, and under the actions column now I can tap the edit button. So from this section basically the admin can assign the credit limit as well. So here are the John Doe's, the customers details, customer information on the left hand side panel, and here we have the credit information option. Let me tap that up, and here the admin can check the assigned credit information to the particular customer, and he can check the used credit limit, the remaining credit limit, and can check the various transactions that have been done. So whenever a customer pays back to the admin from the front end under the account panel, let me take you there under the credit information section. Alright, right now actually we have already paid out the amount to pay to the admin, so that's why there's no option for the payback to the admin amount. So actually when that is paid, the transaction status is pending, then the admin just needs to navigate back to the order section and generate the invoice for that, and lastly that would make that particular transaction as approved for the customer. So that was much about the customer credit system for the Magento 2 platform by Webcool, and I hope it helped you out in understanding how this particular plugin works. So if you have any questions, queries, or suggestions regarding this particular plugin, then you can always get back to us at support@webcool.com, or you may raise a ticket at webcool.uvidesk.com. Thanks for watching this video and have a great day ahead.